I was gonna stop recording, but I figured just one more episode, what could hurt? Next morning I wake up with a wide yawn. That's me right now. It's like 3 in the afternoon. I'm still tired. My body aches from the fight, but I feel very rested. I'm gonna turn my lights on. Maybe that's why I feel tired. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, I'm very prepared. You may be wondering, am I the most prepared YouTuber of all time? Damn right I am. I gather my things and meet up the group downstairs for a quick breakfast. Then we begin our journey to Hearth Point. After traveling all morning, we decide to stop and rest for a while. The sun shines overhead in the sky, and there's a soft breeze to balance the warmth of the day. Sack clam with a spot in the shade, and also this is the same fucking background we used when we were camping, but hey, put that in Zach's I've been here already book. Lena approaches me.
Since we're taking a break, would you be up for some magic training? We can go into the clearing so you aren't just out on the open road.
Finally some alone time together. Ooh. That's interesting. Do I say that? Hey, Grin. Uh-oh. You know, if I wanted to be alone, if you wanted to be alone with me, that was way more sarcastic than I wanted it to be. Lena blinks.
I did ask.
Oh, she got me there. Then yes, I'd love to be alone with you. She looks a bit uncertain.
Train for magic.
Yes. She smiles. I'm going that way worse than I wanted it to go, and we are redoing that decision. Let's do it. Now, the faster I learn to cast, the faster I get home. There is no point in putting this off. Let's do it. Leanna smiles. We can do a lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I can learn how to cast magic with my wand. I followed her to a little alcove off the path. We're far enough that passers-by won't get a good view of me, but not far enough that we lose sight of the rest of the team.
The actual process is a bit tricky. You have to channel the energy out of the crystal, then concentrate on the process of shaping it, refining the energy into something you can use. So to do that, you need to concentrate on the crystal's form and use your mind to alter it.
I'm not sure if I got all that. She pauses to think.
Okay, you have a manipulator now, so instead of trying to channel the energy from stored within you, try to concentrate on channeling through the manipulator.
I look down at the manipulator on my wrist. Alright, so I can channel the energy from this crystal.
Exactly, like this.
Yeah, holds up the manipulator and pulses softly the blue light, and then a small burst of wind erupts from the manipulator. Okay, I'll give it a go. I stare hard at my manipulator, trying to focus the energy of the crystal. I scrunch my face in concentration, but nothing seems to work.
Concentrate on the energy. Let go of your distractions.
Look at my distractions. I try to clear my mind, but all I can think about is how nothing seems to be happening. It's not working. Impatience!
That's okay. Keep trying. It's always hardest your first time.
Tell me about it. I can think through Elena's explanation again. Is there something I've missed? Try again. I concentrate focusing on the energy. But nothing happens. This isn't working.
Don't give up. Try again. Just focus on that energy and use the manipulator to channel it.
Or no, you said that before, but it doesn't make sense to me. Nina runs her hand through her hair and she frowns.
Don't know how else to put it. Once you get it, you'll know. You just have to keep concentrating and trying.
That's really not helpful, but I take a deep breath and calm myself down. It's not Lena's fault, and she is being very patient. So just me, why am I not getting it? This isn't working. I'm not gonna give up, because if you give up, you're being a cunt. I ain't no cunt. Well, I am, but if you say this sounds rude, and that's rude. Eli hasn't given up on me, so I shouldn't give up myself either. I have to keep trying. My face flushes as I try to find the energy of the crystal, but I'm still unsuccessful. It looks concerned at the sweat beating on my temple.
Are you okay?
I sigh heavily. This is hopeless. You're supposed to not give up on yourself.
Just takes practice.
Dick. I can tell Lena wants to stay positive, but her words feel flat. This is taking a toll on her too. I don't know what else to do. She frowns as she thinks and shakes her head with a sigh.
How about we take a break for now? Maybe if you have a chance.
This is 5 minutes of practicing magic really took the time out of me. I farfully shrug. Sure. I try to keep a skepticism out of my voice, but Lena seems just as skeptical as we return to the group. Damn it! Kara, Zach, and Amelia are ready for us to get back after I have a chance to rehydrate and grab a quick bite to eat. We continue on our way. The rest of the journey goes more smoothly than my training. As the sun dips low in the sky, we decide to rest up for the night. After securing a well-covered area, we get to work setting up camp. He disappears to gather fireworks. Zach rummages through supplies, preparing for dinner. Kara secures the perimeter. I roll out my sleeping bag. Amelia does the same. She sets down her things, and Pongo plushie from before falls onto the grass. Amelia carefully rights it, then continues to unpack. Then Pongo jiggles up to the plushie and greets it excitedly. Boy, boy. Pie, boy. The plushie makes no reaction, but the Pongo is underrated. I really need like a show figure in this to make fun of. I can't make fun of Zach in the game because he's actually kind of cool.
Boy, boy, boy.
Again, the plushie doesn't respond. The Pongo deflates and his face falls.
Boy.
Mia fears her brow and subtly touches her manipulator. Pongo plushie suddenly blobs to life as a thin layer of water pulls underneath. Mia tries not to move her lips. Pongo's eyes grow wide as he beams.
Boy.
Plushie blobs again. The Pongo squishes against it as if a hug. Mia cracks a smile, which disappears when she meets my gaze, and she clears her throat and returns to fiddling with her things. We're saying she's a fucking softie. We're calling her on her shit. There are worms as I watch her. It's not as cool as as she would have people believe. I go help Leanna find more kindled, and when we return with the firewood, we get a fire started. Zach pulls out a small pot and a few basic ingredients, and he gets to work. Soon the fragrance of cooked meat makes my mouth water. Kara wanders over to the fire.
That smells amazing. What is it?
She reaches for one of the skewers, but Zach's expression makes her pause.
It's not done yet.
She pouts and continues to eye the food. He seems like the type of person who's like, don't fucking touch it, dude. Not done. After some time, a very appetizing aroma fills the air. Zach removes the skewers from the fire, scooping porridge into bowls.
All right. It's done.
He hands the bowl to each of us, then settles down as we dig in. I bite into juicy meat, and it tastes lingers on my tongue. It's smoky and tender. A perfect barbecue, dude. Kara savors the bite.
I didn't know camp food could taste this good.
I feel like she had the person who voiced that either A, actually ate something when they did that line, or they're just really good. I wish I would know the answer. Tell me, person who voiced Kara, did you eat the food while you were watching? Because you're not supposed to talk with your mouth full. That's not very ladylike.
It's nothing special.
We've been doing this all wrong. No more rotating cooking duty. I vote we have Zach cook for us every night.
Zach turns his head away and lets his hair fall over his
You
face.
don't have to make a big deal out of this.
I'll be your wingman, dude. Of course we're fucking say I'll be your wingman. Fuck you mean I'm gonna say that. I second that vote. Seriously, Zach, I don't even know what this meat is, and I don't care because I want it in my belly. That, I don't want you to ever say it again, Tom Thompson. You're a man of many talents. Kara looks at Zach with a soft smile on her face. I think she's impressed.
That's weird, man.
What? No, dude, I stare at Zach, who's entirely focused on me and completely unaware of Kara. This guy's pretty dense.
I wonder what other talents you're hiding.
Oh, damn. He shrugs.
Okay, I'll find them all out sooner or later.
Is this turning into a softcore porno? Zach doesn't respond, but begins to gather empty bowls.
Seriously though, nobody's cooking can compare. Especially not mine.
Zach
I
pauses.
enjoyed it.
Kara blinks.
Really?
He offers a short nod.
It's not bad.
But it's not particularly good. Zach looks up and meets her gaze. Kara grins with a small blush. Creeps into her cheeks. Yes, it's finally happening. I just imagine me just sitting on my tent, like, with two fists, like, shaking, like, it's happening! This is my cue to leave. I sit away and sit down on the edge of the campsite. Yeah, sits down beside me with a small smile. I fear hesitate before she speaks.
So, magic training today.
Yeah.
I know today wasn't quite what you expected, but after more practice you'll get it.
I know she's trying to be encouraging, but it's really the last thing I want to talk about. The thought of having to go through that again fills me with dread. When do you think the next practice should be?
Honestly, every day.
I swallow a groan that threatens to come out, but I can't hold back my dismay. Every day? Yeah, it forces a smile.
Casting is not easy, and it really takes as much practice as possible. With us traveling to the next temple, this is the best way to get you to learn quickly.
She looks away and I see her smile drop. Yeah, is clearly as excited about this as I am. She's trying hard to pretend like that's not the case. I can respect that and appreciate she's trying. Well, I hope next time they be more productive than this time. I'm gonna try to sound more chipper than she is.
Like I said, nobody can cast their first time. It's something I had to work on for weeks before I was able to even manipulate a light breeze.
Yes, because you were like 11. Actually, hearing that even Leanna had some trouble is more comforting than I thought. She's such a talented caster and it gives me a bit of hope. I smile generally. You're right, I'm sure with practice I'll get it. And that's with Liz as she returns my smile.
That's the spirit.
Leanna looks up at the sky.
We should probably get some rest. It's another early start tomorrow.
Leanna says that I feel young coming on. That sounds like a good idea. The others are winding down. Zach stays up late to take first watch. As Leanna heads over the bedrock crown to mine, I try to ignore the hardness of the ground. Cuddle you, bitch. Fall asleep. I could end this episode to be a cunt, but I'm not going to. I'll go for another night, since it seems like this is going to be pretty short. We wake up in the morning and break down the camp, then we resume our journey. Did you take the rugs? Traveling for most of the day, we finally end up at Hearth Point. This is where Arton Hunt is supposed to be. Supposedly. I think I'm finally getting used to the walking as my legs. Although tired, don't feel sore.
We'll need to find this person quickly. Adventurers aren't known for sticking around in one spot for very long.
Oh, damn.
Let's not waste any time then.
She seems like the type of person who would like a mercenary.
I propose we begin our investigation at the taverns.
Taverns?
Yes, there are 2 taverns in Hearth Point. One over there,
She points to a building by the entrance.
and another one facing northeast from the second gate.
Kara seems a little surprised by how much Amelia knows about this town. She probably has studied geography of Havengard and read all about the surrounding towns and villages.
We don't have too much daylight left.
He's right, the sun sky's ablaze as it dips closer to the
Let's
horizon.
split up. We'll be able to cover more ground that way. If one tavern is a dead end, then check the other. If he's not in either place, then we'll meet back here.
I concur with this plan. Any objections?
No one speaks
Then
up.
let us proceed.
Zach, Amelia, and Kara start heading towards the nearest tavern.
Wait!
They look back at us.
Didn't talk about how the group is being split.
Kara smirks.
I think it's quite obvious.
Leon blinks at me as the group resumes rocking.
What does that mean?
How much of a smartass could it be? I think I know. I gently take her hand into mine. Lena's eyes grow wide and she immediately slips her hand into my grasp.
That's definitely not it!
Although she looks away, her cheeks are pink. What else could it be? Lena's blush deepens but shakes her head.
You have time to make ridiculous comments, then you have time to walk. Let's hurry up and get going.
Lena quickens her pace and starts towards the tavern. Wait up! I jog to catch her, although she ignores me. I can see her blush and I can't hold back my smile. I'm sticking with this one! It's a brief walk through the town before I reach the place. It's a bit smart-assly, but I like it. As we push the door open, the warm smell of bread wafts through the air, bringing in with a chorus of laughter. Hey, it's the same place from literally every town. Man, this must be a very popular design choice, with the apples of the same exact number, the light crystals. I'm sorry, game developers, I'm gonna call it every fucking time. I don't know why I have to. I know everyone knows, but I got to. Zach, it's another one for the book. I want to see this compilation after this game of me doing it from fucking Ace Academy to Crystalline, of me saying, it's the same place. The havens are full of men and women sharing food and pints. This place has a cozy feel as we look around. That's what you say about every fucking place that looks exactly like this. And welcome.
So, Kara mentioned Arton has an eye patch.
She paused as she glances at the
We
patrons.
should split up and see if we spot him.
I nod. Sounds like a plan. Doesn't look like a very big fucking tavern. We separate and begin our search. I slowly walk around the tavern looking for anyone with an eye patch. Sorry, my doggies are barking. Don't know why he's barking. I don't know why he's barking. So we begin to lose hope that he's here. I spot a man sitting alone, scribbling furiously in a notebook, but more importantly, on an eye patch cards in one eye. Finally, I lead. I hurry to him as I get close. I notice he's drawing a map. He stops and looks up at me.
What do you want?
His tone is gruff, but he doesn't seem hostile. Are you Arton Hunt? He sizes me up.
Of it.
I heard that you found an area of high energy. He continuously stares at me. Or I was wondering if you could share that information. He waves a hand dismissively.
It's not something to be shared.
I can pay you for it. He frowns.
You can't just buy the experience of discovery. Coins are merely a construct of human greed, and you need to absolve yourself of materialistic reliance to transcend.
Whatever that means. Will you at least tell me where it is? He glares at me.
I'd like to get back to my work, and you're taking up my time.
He taps a pen impatiently on the table.
Do you mind?
It looks like I've annoyed the guy. I doubt he'll say anything now. Thanks anyway. I leave the man alone and search for Lena instead. Find her with the rest of the party and I approach them.
Arden wasn't at the other tavern, but we heard that he's here.
He is. Everyone turns to face
Did
me.
you find him?
I nod. Yeah, he's back there. I point to the back tables, but it seems like he's not the sharing type. I even offered to pay and he still refused to talk. Lena's face falls and Amelia and Zach seem discouraged. Only Kara remains optimistic.
Great, you've done the hard work for us.
Zach stares at her.
Did you just miss the part about how that guy won't talk even for money?
Finding the target is the difficult part. Getting information out of...
Tactful. Kara winks. Zach cracks his knuckles and grins.
I get you. We're finally on the same page.
I didn't mean beat the information out of him.
Zach frowns.
You just have to give him an appealing reason to loosen his lips.
Are you proposing to exploit his humanistic need to procreate with an attractive maid as a guise to extract the needed information?
If you mean flirt with him to find out what we need to know, then yes.
What a cunning method. I approve.
We all stare at Amelia. You do? She nods. That wasn't expected.
Who shall be executing this plan?
What? I feel like, though, if I say... See, this could fuck me both ways. I could be like, hey, Leanne is cute. You should go flirt with him. But that could also fuck me over. Leanna. Leanna looks surprised.
Me?
Kara Master chuckles, Zach snickers, Lena frowns.
What's with that reaction?
Kara smiles.
Don't get me wrong, you're cute, but I'm not sure you've got the personality needed for this type of thing.
Leanna frowns.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're a bit shy.
I can be plenty forward.
Kara and Zach burst out laughing. Leanna looks at Amelia.
You think I can do it, right?
Amelia studies
I
Leanna.
must admit that your propriety does not lend well to the suggestion that you could entice the desired sexual attention.
Leanna crosses her arms and pouts.
Even you, Amelia?
Oh, okay. How about you show one of us what you've got? If you're successful, you can try.
Fine.
Kara points to me.
There's your target. What are you going to do?
Oh, this worked out perfectly! Leah's cheek tins slightly as she meets my eyes, and I have a strange feeling in my stomach. She takes a deep breath and gathers her thoughts and flashes me a determined look. She oversways her hips, and walks over to me. The movement is too exaggerated and makes me hold her look like she doesn't know how to look. She stammers as she tries to speak, almost as the words elude her.
Hey there,
This is so terrible.
sailor.
I'm not a sailor. I look at her blankly.
What?
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 Even the-
Despite having an attractive figure and aesthetically pleasing features, it is now abundantly clear why Leanna has been unable to acquire a companion.
Damn!
Yeah.
At this rate, the only companion she'll be acquiring is a house full of cats.
Fucking damn! The rose!
You guys are so mean.
Yeah, pouts. Damn, the fucking rose. I didn't think it was so bad. Yeah, shakes her head.
You're only saying that to make me feel better.
Before I can say any more, Amelia speaks.
I believe we should nominate someone else.
Yeah, crosses her arm but doesn't protest. Ah, damn it. I guess we could do Kara, because she's probably the one who knows. But at least I get my mama. Are you up for the job, Kara? She grins.
I thought you'd never ask.
She heads towards the target, swaying her hips alluringly. Nina watches with envy.
She turned it on just like that?
Seems like seems like she's not the only thing turned on. I shift my attention to Zach, who very obviously stares at Kara's derriere.
Zach!
Zach snaps back to reality, his face flushes. This guy is more like Zach than I thought.
What? I wasn't staring.
No accusation was made, yet your defensive disposition is quite revealing of your intent.
Zach coughs and crests his arm and looks away.
You're thinking too much into this.
We watch Kara work her magic. She engages Arton at the point. Even then she gets him to laugh, she scoots closer to him and rests a hand on his arm. Seems to be going well. Conversation continues. Arton suddenly shakes his head and dismisses Kara. She tries to laugh it off with dismissal and re-engage him in conversation, but he looks back down as page and continues drawing. Still stunned, she slowly makes her way back to us.
I don't understand.
Aww. Her eyes glaze over in disbelief.
Now I know how Leanna must feel every day.
Damn!
Really?
That salt looking.
Here, Kara was unsuccessful.
Oh, guess anyone gets chosen. How about Amelia?
Wow.
What's wrong with you?
What? Yeah, shoots me a disapproving look.
She's just a kid.
Kara folds her arm and looks at me disapprovingly as
I
Leanna.
never thought you'd turn out to be such a creep.
Amelia Brinkston supply. Amelia Brinkston
I
supply.
believe you are mistaken about my age.
Amelia's words fall on deaf ears. The girl continues to give me death glares. Okay, maybe not Amelia. Let's try that again. That's everyone then.
Regrettably, all of our options for this plan are exhausted.
Great. Well, I look like an asshole because the game forced me to look like an asshole. I don't need this. I can't believe this. Why the fuck do I get fucked up here? I don't understand. I just did as the game let me do. I don't understand, game. Game, why do you gotta make me look like a piece of shit? I didn't do anything. You're sitting here going, oh, you go choose this because we're gonna tell you to choose this, and you find at least she's legal, but you know what? No one else fucking looks. So now I look like a dick. I don't even want to. Just want to tap Leanne's fan booty, but now look where I'm at now. I can't fucking win. Kara suddenly looks around.
Wait, where did Zach go?
We search frankly for him to start spying him besides
Oh,
Arton.
no. We'll get in trouble with the city guards if he is.
To everyone's surprise, Arton's face is deep and red as Coy looks away. He giggles and hands something to Zach. Zach accepts the parchment and nods to him and heads back to us. Arton looks longingly after Zach's returning form.
Here.
He hands Kara the parchment and she opens up to reveal a map of the neighboring forest. There's a sinuous path drawn and they indicate where the pockets of high energy rings are. Kara looks from Zach to the map, back to Zach.
But how did you get this?
Zach shrugs. Kara continues to stare at Zach, this time stares less surprised and more impressed. At least we know what we need. At least someone was able to get Arton to crack, but how did Zach pull it off and without coming to blows, no less? Different kind of blows, you know what I'm saying? Guess some ways mysteries never resolved. I glance outside the darkened sky. It's getting a bit light. Do you think we should stay here for the night or should we head out?
We wouldn't be able to make much progress. May as well spend the night here and get a fresh start in the morning.
Alright. Amelia stands.
Now that our business has concluded, I must take my leave.
Everyone stares at her.
Where are you going?
I have an obligation I must fulfill.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it sounded like you're meeting someone.
You are correct. It will not take long, and I will be ready to rejoin you in the morning.
As Amelia turns out to leave, Zach stops her.
Are you sure you should go alone?
Amelia raises an eyebrow.
Surely my parents would mean me no harm. Parents? Yes. They would be very upset if I were to pass through without visiting them. You have family here and didn't tell us? I did not see the relevance. Don't you want to see them? To visit them is currently the obligation that I am going to fulfill.
Good. Let's get to it then.
Kara gets to her feet and pushes Amelia towards the exit.
I do not understand.
We're going to meet your parents.
Oh, fine. Before Amelia can press, Kara's already let her out the door. The rest of us trail behind. Amelia says,
Very well.
"Oh yes, Ed is very dark, as said previously." Amelia, Zach, and Kara ahead of us, and Lena I follow. Lena has a strange expression on her face I can't
What do you
read.
think her parents are like?
My hypothesis is correct. Amelia and her parents will share share a distinct similarity, like mother, like daughter, right?
I'm not so sure about that.
What makes you say that?
She grew up at the university and didn't get to spend as much time at home. Most of her behavior.
Fuck it, fine. Fucking hit load again and just say probably normal. But they're just normal people.
I think so too.
Yeah, brownie
She
points.
grew up at the university and didn't get to spend as much time at home. Most of her behaviors were probably learned from there.
Yes, sounds like Amelia Shoho was a lot more serious than the average child. I wonder if that's why she acted so casually about her parents going to see them and almost sounded like the chore she had to knock out. We pause in front of the modest house. There's a small garden in the front and yard and a few flower pots line the stoop. Amelia steps up to the door and knocks. Don't you have a key? She looks back at me.
I do. However, it is back at the academy. I did not anticipate our travels would lead us to Hearth Point.
The door swings open and an older woman stands in the doorway. Her face's lines reveal her age. Her smile is warm and kind. Her eyes light up when she sees Amelia, and joins into a tight hug.
Baby, what a pleasant surprise! I didn't know you were stopping by.
Kara grins at the use of a nickname. Amelia does not know how. Does not know the rector her mother's embrace. Almost seems to wait out the hug. Eventually, her mother lets go and turns back towards the house.
Honey, Amy's come home.
A faint voice calls out from the house.
Amy? Be right there.
Arthur! Her mom turns back to Amelia and hugs her again.
Oh, we missed you so much.
Suddenly, she seems to notice the rest of us. She quickly lets Amelia go and ushers all of us outside.
Did you
inside.
bring friends? Come in, come in.
We murmur in our thanks as we shuffle into the house. Hey, this is quaint and not the same background as something else. I need to stop doing that. The walls are painted with light colors, giving the house a bright and cheerful air. We convene in the sitting room where we sit down on the couch and chairs and upholstery and it's clean. There's definitely seen a lot of use, if you know what I mean. Amelia's father arrives. He pushes glasses back up to his nose and breaks into a wide smile. He also scoops Amelia into his arms.
What an unexpected pleasure.
My god, you look like the most uncool person I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen Zach before. I'm sorry, Zach, I hope you didn't watch up to this point. After he sets her down, he stands beside his wife.
Hello, Mother. Father.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. Intermission. You know, grab your snacks and whatnot. Hello, mother and father.
You know that we love seeing you, but what are you doing out at the university? It isn't a holiday.
Her mother leans forward in her seat.
Oh, was your little field study finally approved? That's wonderful! Remember what I said about how each rejection is just one step closer to success. I just knew you were bound to get one, even if it took all those tries and applications.
Well, let's try how many times she's tried to apply. Although Amelia doesn't speak, her cheeks turn red.
Honey, let's not embarrass her in front of her peers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got so excited. She's been trying for almost a year now.
She turns excitedly towards
You
Leanna.
must be the field lead.
Leanna looks bewildered.
Yes, that is correct.
Leanna shoots Amelia a questioning glance, which Amelia ignores. Her parents beam wider as they look at their daughter with pride. Her mom in her hands has a hand over her heart, and her dad nods approvingly.
It's nice to see you're still working hard at your studies.
We're very proud of you, sweetie. But what sort of mission is this? I should think you would be the apprentice of another mage or a mage caster, rather than a mage knight.
Leanna is part of the Mage Guild.
So it's an internship with the Mage Guild? That's very prestigious.
Very classical. They nailed the fucking classic parent thing.
I see.
Her mother's face softens as she addresses
We
Leanna.
trust our daughter to you. Please take good care of her.
Leanna pauses, but looks at the hopefulness on Amelia's parents' face as she returns her smile.
I promise I will.
Once the attention drifts away from her, I notice her gaze linger on Amelia's parents. She furrows her brow in a pensive thought.
What about the rest of you?
Kara grins.
I assist with locating and exploring ancient sites.
Parents seem
We
intrigued.
have been following instances of magical anomalies in an attempt to understand and explain their occurrences.
Of course, of course.
He gazes lands on Zach.
You look more like a fighter rather than a mage.
Zach
What
nods.
exactly is your role in this group?
Before Zach responds, Kara steps
Oh,
in.
he's my companion. He helps me secure our sites and, well...
She grabs his arm and flashes him a coy smile. Zach stares at Kara and a hand on his arm.
Hands off.
She laughs slightly and presses herself closer to
Oh,
him.
you don't need to be shy. Just pretend it's just you and me.
Zach howls deep. Zach's skull deepens as he twists himself away from her, and a blush tinges in his cheeks. Emil's dad chuckles.
Say no more. I remember what it was like to be young.
Zach blush deepens, and Kara watches in discomfort with amusement. Finally, his gaze lands on
What
me.
about you?
Ah, dick pickles. I didn't sign up for this. I'm Tom. They wait for me to continue, but I don't.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Amy, will you and your friends stay for dinner?
We would not wish to impose upon you any further. We can return to the inn.
The inn? Oh, nonsense. You can all stay here for the night. We certainly have enough room.
How big is this fucking house?
Yes, we insist. I'll get started on dinner, and afterwards you can all relax. Come with me, Amy.
If that is what you wish.
Amelia obliges as they start towards the kitchen.
That's wonderful. It's so nice to have you home. And we never get to meet any of your friends. In fact, you were all the first one she's brought home.
Really?
Kara glances sideways at Amelia, who remains
I
stoic.
hope she's not giving you any trouble. She's always been a bit hot-blooded.
This time we all look at Amelia.
I'm sure we're talking about the same person.
She laughs, and the two of them head into the kitchen. We continue to chat as we wait for dinner ready. Her father is enthusiastic and shares fun facts about the town. He's a tailor and offers to patch up any clothes for us. Dinner is simple but delicious meal. We all clean our plates. Amelia's mom seems pleased.
Would anyone care for seconds?
Both Leanna and Zach take second helping. Leanna piles her plate up with food and tones food in Zach's place. She digs in. Kara watches enviously.
Where does it all go?
She looks at Kara's
You
questioningly.
have such a healthy appetite, yet you're still so slim.
She has the potential to this has the potential to go horribly wrong. Contrary to my fears, Leanna smiles coyly.
You think so? I'm just lucky, I guess. Rather than luck,
I would attribute it to the constant wind resistance you emit during your travels and activities.
Leanna looks surprised and nervous.
What?
Amelia raised an
I
eyebrow.
can detect a constant energy utilization from your manipulator, which is creating wind friction.
Leanna interrupts with loud laughter and her face is bright red.
You're thinking way too much into this, Amelia. It's probably just, magic residue you're detecting.
Amelia gives Leanna an unimpressed look as she tries to see if there's the silliest excuse she's heard. Do me. I do it. I feel like any of these options are fucking me over, but I'm just saying them. I'm a genius. I haven't even considered using magic like that.
I don't believe this is a common application of energy utilization.
Kara
So
smiles.
that's your secret.
He nervously picks at her foot.
Anyway, this is really, really good. What is it?
Changes subject, maybe relaxes. I kind of want to see what the other ones are on that one. I'd never go to the gym again if I had wind magic. Kara smiles.
So that's your secret.
So there's that one. Catch Leanna's eyes and whisper. Catch Leanna's whisper. Hey, can you do wind resistance magic on me too?
It's just residue.
So that's your secret.
I'm gonna just stick with the original one. I felt. That's genius. I hadn't considered using magic like
I
that.
don't believe this is a
I mean, you can go right ahead and you fucking learn how to learn magic to keep yourself thin.
This is really.
With the change of subject, her mood relaxes and the conversation naturally flows. Zach and Amelia's dad found a common interest. Although he's a tailor, he takes a special interest in restoring weapons.
Actually, weapons are a specialty of mine too.
Your dischargers. I did notice that. They're a bit unusual, aren't they? I haven't seen too many with those types of crystals.
It served me well.
Amelia's dad pauses and observes Zach.
Come on, son, lighten up a bit. No need to be so formal here. Why don't you try cracking a smile? You don't have to look so doom and gloom all the time.
Zach merely stares at him until Kara elbows him.
Come on, companion. You don't want to be rude, do you? Especially after you've already helped yourself to this delicious meal. Twice.
They argue like a married couple. Zach sighs in resignation. He pauses and seems to collect himself. Kara watches him use it as display. After talking a few breaths, he looks up with determination. Reluctantly, he curls in the corner with his lips and exposes his teeth in an awkward grimace style of her head. His eyes almost seem to be calling for help, as if holding smile is causing him pain. Everyone recoils from his look, except for Kara, who blushes.
Oh, wow, that's really hot.
We all exchange confused glances at Zach and drops his smile. Kara leans over to him and lowers her voice.
I hope we get to see that again. Soon.
We look at each other in confusion. Hoy!
Well then, that was certainly interesting.
Oh my god. Ooh, Kara, you are a interesting woman. Kara enjoyed every minute of the night chatting amicably with Amelia's mother. Leanna stayed quiet and spent most of her time just observing. Although she had a smile on her face, it seemed like there was something else on her mind. Amelia didn't talk much, preferring to let her parents do the talking, but she seemed very comfortable and relaxed. I can tell even though they don't get to see each other very often, they have a good relationship. Once dinner was over, Amelia's parents assist in washing up and ask Amelia to show us our rooms. She leads us to the back of the house where there were 2 rooms and pauses in front of each door.
This is my childhood room. We 3 will share this room.
She points the door into the hall.
That is the spare room. You 2 may stay there.
Are you certain it's all right for us to stay tonight? I don't want to cause any trouble for your parents. They've already been so accommodating.
My parents are quite happy to receive guests. It would be an insult to refuse their invitation.
Okay.
Nia seems uncertain, but Kara throws her arm around her affectionately.
Don't worry, tonight will be super fun. We'll braid each other's hair, play truth or dare, and of course, pillow fight.
I feel like she'd kick ass at a pillow fight. Amelia cocks her head to the
Is
side.
that what roommates do?
Definitely.
Amelia looks at Leanna, who is equally confused.
While we roomed together previously, we did not accomplish any of these tasks.
I'm just learning about this now, too.
Trust me, you'll love what I have planned.
Carl laughs and pushes the girl into the room. She winks at us.
Girls only.
Then she closes the door firmly behind her. Why do I always get the feeling we're missing out?
Because we probably are.
A shriek of laughter fills through the doorway as followed by giggles.
Don't squirm so much. Stop! I'm really ticklish there. I got it off. Hey, give it back!
We overhear even more squeals and giggles. My mind wanders to my imagination paints a learning picture of what's going on behind that door. Zach's stoic stare seems too intense.
Stop! No way. Well, if that's how you want to play.
We hear a gust of wind from behind the door.
No fair, you're using magic.
Require yelps, Zach's stunning expression finally cracks.
What is going on in there?
Don't think about this anymore. They're purposely doing this to get the reaction out of us. That's the only explanation. Then a fit of laughter floats to the door. Right? Zach seems uncertain. I glance at my feet and see the Pongo staring forlornly at the door. You wish you were in there too? He huffs close to the door. No one lets him in. He lowers his head. I'm sorry, buddy. It's a girls' only night tonight. So I'm curious. The door cracks open. Amelia's pigtails peek out. She reaches for the Pongo.
You are needed for science.
Poi.
The last thing I see is the Pongo's wide grin as the door slams shut behind him. Zach
Let's
sighs.
just go.
Zach heads into the room and I follow. We mail about the room awkwardly. I swear I can hear the seconds tick by. This feels a lot less exciting than the other room. Let's have a pillow fight. I swear to God. I will say it just for shits and giggles. We don't need them. We can have our own pillow fight. I grab the pillow off the bed and half-heartedly whack at Zach with it. Zach stares at me and crosses his arms. I tried another half-hour attack, but Zach just continued with a stare. Yeah, never mind. We'll get rid of the bed instead. I'm just gonna pick that one. That was awkward. That is way far back. Zach's already getting ready for bed. I don't really feel like bonding. Not that Zach is eager to bond either, so I start getting ready too. I curl in the bed. I count the seconds before exhaustion finally hits me and I fall asleep. Noise wakes me up and I sit up bed. The moon high in the sky casting silver light through the window. Zach remains fast asleep. I don't see anything else, so I lay back down and close my eyes trying to go back to sleep. So I toss and turn the bed uneasy thoughts creep in. I try and clear my mind, but as soon as I begin to lose concentration, wiggles a doubt worm in my brain. What if I never learn how to cast? What if I can't gather enough energy? What if this energy kills me? What if I can't go home? As that thought crosses my mind, I throw the blankets off in frustration. I need some fresh air. Tiptoeing past a sleeping Zach, I creep out of the room and fumble my way back around the living room. I recognize Leanna leaning in the balcony. I head over towards her. She smiles at me as I approach. Couldn't sleep? She nods. It did sound like you girls were having a lot of fun. Leanna blushes.
Well, I got my boot off, so I was only returning the favor.
We smile as the conversation lapses. She looks towards the stars, staring pensively at them. There must be something on her mind. Want to talk about it? Seems like there's something on your mind. Leanna faces me and absentmindedly picks at her clothes.
It's nothing, really. Tonight has been really fun, and Amelia's parents are so nice. It just started to remind me of my family. And then I got thinking.
And you couldn't stop thinking? She nods. Look at the mirror of sparkling light in the deep sky. The stars are still beautiful and not as clear as when we're camping. We fall into a comfortable silence. Leanna stares intently at the sky as if searching for answers. I wonder what's on her mind. Suddenly she turns to me.
I promise we'll help you find a way home.
Surprised at the conviction in her voice. Oh, thanks. Actually, there's something I've been wondering. I don't mean to sound grateful, but why are you doing so much to help a stranger? Leanna stares incomprehensibly.
You were someone who needed help.
Yeah, but you didn't know who I was. What if I had other
Then I
intentions?
suppose things would have turned out differently.
She notices my look and
I
chuckles.
would never leave someone who needed help. Especially if it was in my power to help them. I'm sure if it were me in that position, you'd have done the same.
Yeah, I'll just be like, fuck you, bitch. You're right, I'm not one to walk away from someone who needs help. Yeah, smiles. So I wonder why she suddenly promised to help me find a way back home. What brought that on?
Sorry, I've just been thinking about home, and how it would feel if I looked at the stars and couldn't recognize a single one.
I understand how being with Amelia's family can make her homesick. I've been thinking of home too. Maybe I can take her mind off things for a while. What's that star?
Huh?
She blinks at the sky, blinks and she takes my question, then looks back up towards the sky.
Which one?
Point to the brightest star in the sky, point to the ones that looks like a lady, point to a random cluster. Point to the brightest star in the sky. Lena grins.
That's the compass arrow. If you're ever lost, you can use the compass
That's like
arrow
the,
to guide
what
you,
we call
as
this.
it always points towards north.
Yeah, there's a star that we have. I don't know if we call it what we call it. But yeah, there's a bright star in the sky. Yeah, I was gonna say it's called a North Star. Just like our North
You
Star.
have a compass arrow too?
I nod. That's part of the larger constellation though.
The compass arrow is called that because the stars surrounding it point to each direction, like on a compass.
Well, thanks to you, I now can look at the sky and recognize at least one star. Lena grins. She points to a cluster of stars and vaguely looks like a
Do you
woman.
see those stars?
Yeah.
That's my birth sign, Elwina. She was renowned for her beauty, and that beauty was immortalized in the stars.
Birth sign?
Yeah. There's a belief that the star sign under which you are born can tell certain traits about yourself. Sometimes people use it to predict matches or fortunes.
Oh, like our zodiac constellations, we have a similar belief back home. So what does your birth sign say about you?
What do you think?
You're into mysterious yet handsome strangers. Oi. She was a woman renowned for her beauty, huh? Luckily, Anna again, and the silver moonlight surrounds her like a halo. She almost glows brightly as the stars. That looks accurate to me. Yeah, at first, looked surprised, then a gentle blush tinged her
I
cheeks.
meant personality traits.
She smiles, and this time it looks more natural.
Hopefully this place doesn't feel so lonely and foreign to you anymore.
No, but only because I got the chance to meet you and the rest of our team. We lock gazes as I feel inexplicably drawn to her. Yeah, it lights up as she sees something behind.
Look, a shooting star!
A star rockets across the star, leaving a trail of glitter. Quick, make a wish. She closes her eyes, and after a moment, she reopens
What
them.
did you wish for?
Oh, it's a secret. Wish more. I'm saving, but I think I'm gonna say fuck it. Wish that we could spend more time together. She's surprised.
Didn't wish to go home?
I know that's eventually you'll help me find a way back home, but in the meantime, it's really not so bad being stuck on a new planet with someone like you. She blushes. So what did you wish for?
Oh, I wish to continue going on adventures.
I grin. That's fine with me, as long as I don't have to watch you attempt to flirt again. Lena's face flushes.
That's not fair. I was put on the spot.
I laugh. Isn't that how flirting works? Isn't that how all flirting works? Yeah, pouts.
No, it would have been a lot different if I were more prepared.
Oh yeah? How could you have done it then?
That's still putting me on the spot, but
She blushes again.
well,
She lowers her eyes and composes herself and flashes a confident look.
let's see. First, I'd begin by telling him how handsome he looks tonight.
Oh,
Then I'd compliment his muscles, which would give me an excuse to touch them.
her hand lightly rubs my arm as she gives me a look of appreciation. Yes! I'm winning, Zach! You see this? I know you're watching this shit. Are you proud of me, Zach? Are you proud of me? Although her cheeks are still burning, it's nothing like the awkward Lena from before.
Step closer to him.
My heart quickens as she closes the
I'd
distance.
have him hold me like this.
She glides my hands to her hands and places her hands. Oh my god, oh god, Zach! Oh, this is great! I resist letting my hands wander. She snakes her arm around my neck. I can feel her breath on my lips. She leans until I lips an inch away from my own. I close my eyes, I feel her lean into me. Her breath teases me as she stays out just out of reach. Damn it! We were so close! Wait, what? Oh, my eyes are just disengages from me. More, please. Why, game? Why? Oh, that second. That can't be it. I try to reach for her, but she nimbly steps
That's
away.
it.
Don't leave me hanging. She looks back at me and grins.
It's getting late. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night. Damn it! All I could do is stare at her and the blood rushes back to my brain. I don't even know what just happened. What? She looks back at me and
It's
grins.
getting late. Good night.
I'm gonna stick with more, please.
That's it.
Don't leave me hanging. She looks back at me and
It's
grins.
getting late. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night. Damn it. We were just doing so well. I returned to my room and crawled back into bed. My mind is filled with even more thoughts and questions than before. Eventually, after many thoughts of cold showers, I drift to sleep. Why? Let's just get to the good part. No. Well, this was a long episode full of cute shit, and now I didn't get what fully I wanted. Welp, that was another episode of Crystalline, and it was almost an hour long, but it was cute as fuck. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the very next episode. Oh, but boy, that got the feels going.